So yeah, this movie is getting trashed by critics and audiences alike. I think on Rotten Tomatoes it stands at a 12% right now with a 3.3 critic average. So yeah, this movie is being seen as just the worst film of 2018 so far. But is it really that bad? Well, let's find out. Replicas stars Keanu Reeves and follows the story of Will, who is a scientist whose family dies in a car crash, and so Will decides to take their consciousness and put them into these replicas that look exactly like his family and basically continue to live their life as normal, and of course, they can't do that. I'll say right up front that yes, this is a terrible movie. This is not very good. It is definitely a January release. When people think of January releases, they are thinking of movies like this. And yeah, this movie is bad, but it's not like anything where it's like insulting to my intelligence bad. It's just poorly executed, bland, and just straight up boring. The script for this movie is not very good. It's very cliche. This is something I've seen before, just done so much better before. The characters are not written very well. They're very stale, boring, bland, whatever you want to say. And it's poorly directed and acted. And Keanu Reeves, okay, Keanu Reeves is an actor that isn't the greatest actor in the world, but he has given some performances that range from being, okay to, pretty good. It just depends on the material he's given if he's going to give a good performance or not, and the director helps in that too. Here, this is by far the worst Keanu Reeves performance I have ever seen. He looks bored out of his mind. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. He looks like he's half-assing it the whole time. And that's how the actors all feel. They feel so bored and bland and just emotionless. There's nothing in this film that I could say is good acting or anywhere close to being good. Keanu Reeves, I don't know what happened. This film just is not very good. It's so bland. It's so forgettable. It's just nothing about it stands out. The premise, I can say, is interesting. Bringing back your loved ones. There's a lot you can do with that. You can make this into a horror film. You can make this into a awesome, like, thriller film. But they just don't do anything interesting with it. They just do the bare minimum. The film does get a little better as the film progresses. The second half is definitely much more entertaining than the first half, but it's not saying much. The interesting stuff occurs when the replicas start to discover that they actually are replicas and they're not their actual selves. That's a little interesting. Spoiler alert, by the way. But that's about all we have as being interesting. As for things that are good with the film, the soundtrack's alright, but that's about it. I mean, the directing is just not good. The cinematography is flat and boring. The acting is just stale. Everything about this film just screams forgettable. It's bad, but there are much worse films than this, such as films that were in my top 10 worst films of last year. Those are much worse than this film. This film is just boring, bland, and I mean, not very good, but it's definitely not anywhere near like one of the worst things I've ever seen. It's not good. I'm gonna give Replicas a 4 out of 10. Yeah, guys, I say skip this one. This isn't very good. It's just bland and boring, and I wouldn't want you guys to be bored, so don't see it. But that's all I've got for you guys, so as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next review.